Hi, my name is Elizabeth Rowen. I am an assistant professor in the entomology department. I have been here for 4 weeks. So I work on insect agroecology, which means that I'm trying to understand how insects in agriculture sort of interact with each other. So the thing I'm really interested in is looking at soil health and how the things that we do to try to improve the health of the soil can affect the insect pest communities, their predators, and how it can affect the plants that then are less prone to insect damage. I have been really working on manure a lot. So I've got some projects working on manure as a fertilizer, which helps build soil organic matter, and also dung beetles. So manure is a great fertilizer. It can, it adds like carbon to the soil. It can add microbes. It adds important nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus, which is really good for plant growth. A lot of work in sort of the scientific literature has also shown that manure really promotes, or I should say suppresses, insect damage to plants a little bit. So we're trying to figure out, one of the things I'm interested in is figuring out why that might be. So is it microbial communities? Is it changes in how fast it decomposes and sort of releases important fertilizer like nutrients like nitrogen? That's one of the questions I'm trying to understand. So I'm really excited about dung beetles. So manure is sort of omnipresent. If you're in pastures or if you have cows, you have manure. And it's not great to have too much of it, right? So cows don't like to eat poopy grass. It can harbor flies and other worms, like intestinal worms, that the cows would then eat. So you want to have it decompose as quickly as possible, basically. And dung beetles are really great at breaking down cattle manure. So people have really harnessed that across the world. So for example, in Australia, dung beetles are not native, or at least dung beetles that work on cows are not native. And so they've introduced dung beetles in Australia. They've also done that in California because we don't have a lot of native cow decomposing dung beetles in California. So they're really important. But sort of counterintuitively, some of the pesticides that we use in cows to try to combat flies and nematodes can harm the dung beetles. So trying to figure out other management strategies to kind of help promote dung beetles is really important because they do really important things like decomposing, making nutrients more available for plant growth, which then helps because you have more grass and other plants for the cows to eat.